living the life. Yes, but living the life. Yes, but living the life. Yes, but.
Ciao everyone and welcome back to my podcast, Living the Life, Yes, But. Tonight we have the luck to have here Delaney Smith. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Delaney is part of the lacrosse team here at Lynn University, and tonight we're going to talk about lacrosse, since it's a sport that is not very popular all around the world, but it is in the United States. So we're going to learn more about it. And so I let you start. Can you please give us a brief and explain how lacrosse works and how is the game?
Yeah, so it started with the Native Americans. They created the game. You're right, it is very popular in the United States. And it's a lot like basketball, the way defense is played, because there's an arc and then you kind of have the attackers play above the arc and the defenders are inside the arc. And we have what's called sticks with a net that we throw and catch the ball with, and we shoot into a bigger net that has a goalie in it.
And do you guys hit each other with a stick or not?
So men's lacrosse is a little different than women's lacrosse. Men's lacrosse, they can really hit you with the stick.
Okay.
Women's lacrosse, we can get physical, but there are more rules because we only play with a mouth guard and goggles, and the goggles just cover our eyes. So we don't have the proper equipment to fully whack people with a stick.
Okay.
That would be a foul, but we can use our stick to check the ball out. We can play defense with our shaft of the stick. We like to play defense with our forearms too.
And the dimension of the field is it's like a soccer field?
Yeah, it's similar to a soccer field. We actually play on the same field as the soccer team. It's the same dimensions, but the lines are different on the field.
And what would you say is your favorite part of the game, and while maybe something that you don't like or you would like to change?
So I fell in love with lacrosse because I was good at it.
Okay.
It made me feel good. And my favorite part of the game is that it feeds my competitive nature. I think that I've always played sports growing up. In high school, I was a 3-sport athlete. So I think no matter what I'm doing, I really just need to feed my competitiveness. And lacrosse was the sport that got me to do that at a collegiate level. So that is what I enjoy about the game. And then what you said I don't like about it?
Yeah, or something.
I wish the rules were a little bit different. There's a lot of rules, so the game's a little bit slow. I wish there wasn't as many rules and they would just have us wear helmets so that we are able to be more physical with each other.
Okay, you like it physical.
Yeah, I like it more physical. Yeah.
And regarding the competitiveness, and since you're a student athlete in college, and correct me, are you graduating in May?
From my graduate degree, yes.
Okay. And how are you worried? How would you see yourself after college regarding the competitiveness? Because it's something that I feel sometimes, because I love being a student athlete in college. I love the competitiveness. And how do you see getting out of college, and how are you going to be able to find that?
So to me, being competitive is mostly just striving to be my best every day. I would say I'm competitive in the sense where I want to be the best version of myself. I want to continue to grow, continue to learn. And I am lucky enough that I found a career path that I'm really passionate about. And that career path also feeds my competitiveness and fulfills my heart with gratitude and drive and will. So fortunately, I did find that here, and I will have plenty of that when I leave college. But some of my teammates still don't know what they want to do after college, and I can definitely feel the pressure, the stress of them weighing on them of what comes next after lacrosse is over.
Okay. It sounds that you have, clear in mind what you want to do. And now we get to the question of the podcast, the question that represents my podcast, which is, are you living the life?
I think I am living the life because the statistics for the amount of athletes that make it to the Division II level is really, really small. And across all 3 levels, it's only, I think, 2%. And to me, that's a really, really proud statistic that I made it this far. I love my teammates. I'm here fortunately like getting financial help and I'm able to complete my degree by playing sports. I am I would say that's pretty cool.
No, I mean it is absolutely. And how would you describe, your day as a student athlete with your team? Like, what is your schedule in a normal day?
My schedule is very, very busy. We have lift really early in the morning. My alarm's like 5:30 a.m.
No, I'm lucky on that point of view. We don't start that early.
Yeah, so it's definitely we wake up, lift, then we'll go to practice. And we used to have double practices 2-a-days, but now that we're getting into games, we don't have as many practices. So we practice every day. We lift 3 times a week. We have film sessions once a week. We have a sports psychologist once a week. And then we do other things as well, like extra shooting, extra wall ball,
hmm
extra defensive reps. So
Okay,
yeah,
that's
it's
good.
about 20 hours a week, 20 plus hours.
Did you mention about the psychologist? Did you enjoy working with the psychologist? Because sometimes you have different feedback with people, student athletes that liked it, didn't like it. So I wanted to know about your experience with that.
Yeah, our sports psychologist that we see as a team is really great. It helps us to get our minds right for games. She has strategies that we can use, like self talk, visualization, how to overcome fear, defeat. So it definitely helps with our minds, which is half of the game.
Yeah, I didn't know. How would you say that is that mental? Because I always thought, playing tennis that is one of the most mental sport because it's an individual sport. You're alone out there. What would you say is the biggest struggle mentally in your sport?
The biggest struggle mentally, I think, is similar to that. It's feeling like you didn't successfully complete a task, or if you make a mistake, bouncing back from that mistake just because, we're at the college level. It's not youth where they're like, it's okay, you'll get it next
hmm
time. It's very much like we're getting yelled at. And so I think that part of it's hard and the pressure is hard, but you grow stronger and you have to learn to have thick skin. And that ultimately just helps you grow as a person.
Yeah, on the thicker skin, I completely agree. I think that's what college in the United States as a student athlete makes you have thicker
Mm.
skin. I really like this the idea that you described because doesn't matter honestly at which level you're doing it or in which college because there are multiple different experiences that we are living. Even if we're in the same university right now, we are living different type of experiences. But what it makes them in common, it's the thicker skin at the end. That's something that is true. And now I wanted to pass a little bit more on the academic side. And I know you're part of iPulse, which is an organization in the university that helps you get experience in the journalism. That is what you want to do in the future. So I wanted to ask you, first of all, what is it? Like, if you can describe it.
So, iPulse is our award winning student run news publication. We have podcast, print, and we have broadcast TV, which is what I'm on. And yeah, for them, I'm an iPulse intern. So, I'm a reporter, anchor, and producer for them. So, yeah, it's really cool. And I always say it turns the classroom into a hands on interactive experience. So, that's really nice.
And that is how honestly I started to know you a little bit just because I was in the cafeteria eating and I would see you on TV. So
Yeah.
that is something that is very cool. And how would you say it helped you grow as a person, this experience? And do you feel it helps you being ready for after college?
Yeah, so iPulse and being a news reporter in general is very much relatable to athletics. You have to have discipline, you have to be on time, you have to have drive, you have to have will, you have to have a good work ethic. And those are skills I learned from athletics that translate directly over to iPulse and my work there. So I think it's just like anything where at there's that saying, "At first, if you don't succeed, try again."
hmm
And when I was a freshman and I look at my reports back then, they're so different than my reports now. And I think just practicing and getting better and not being afraid to make mistakes because those mistakes helped me grow and become a better journalist in the long run.
No, that is amazing. And also, I think that the time management had to be perfect because,
Mm.
I mean, you described before your schedule as a senior athlete, and now you just told me that you're intern for iPulse. And I kind of understand because I was playing tennis at University of San Francisco and I was working as well downtown in the city. So I know what it means. And so I appreciate what you're doing as well. The only thing I would like to ask you to end, would you see yourself, you know, being on TV as a journalist, as your experience that you're doing now, or you are an understanding that is not something that you would like to do?
My goal is to be a journalist. I absolutely love it. And I know I love it because of the program like iPulse. I was able to get that experience, that hands on experience, and it just confirmed and transitioned my thought of, I might like this to, yeah,
Mhm.
this is definitely what I want to do.
Okay, that is great to know. It's, when you're still in college, it's something that we don't have in Europe because, I mean, in Europe, in colleges and universities are hard. Personally, I would say they're harder. Like you have to study more. There's a lot of more of theories, but at the same time, it's less practical. And I feel like students here in the United States, they end the program that are ready. They are ready to go to work that did experience inside college. And you're the example of it. I wanted to thank you for coming tonight and tell us about your experience. And I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Delaney. And with you guys, I see you in the next episode. Thank you for listening and ciao, alla prossima.
Living the life, yes, but living the life, yes, but living the life.